What's up, everybody? Captain Mel here with another video on Palworld. Actually, this is going to be a quick one, follow up to the last video. Hopefully, the sound quality is better. Guys, I'm going to need to let me know in the comments how the sound is. I think I fixed it, but you'll just have to let me know. Okay, let's check out the latest because this is something that people are just losing their bloody minds over. And I'm going to be honest, I find it hilarious. So, most of it anyway. The amount of people that are armchair lawyering this, meaning they're not lawyers at all, and have been saying, well, it's a clear copyright infringement on Nintendo's properties and Game Freak's properties, and this is a clear ripoff of Pokemon. These are people that are doing what we like to call they are toxic fans of Pokemon. They are what is the word? The video game tribalists. Okay, they are so firmly entrenched in Pokemon that they are attacking this game based on the appearance of the characters. Now, let me remind everybody something. This is a game that has been, and I've been corrected, in development for 4 years. And they have not been shy about promoting this game. Let me also remind you about how quickly Nintendo likes to view these things and issue cease and desist orders, and more to the point, lawsuits to stop things from going to if this was a problem with Nintendo, believe me, they would have sued and this title would not have been released. Nintendo, Game Freak, and I think it's Pocket Monsters, or I forget the other name of the group. Pokemon is actually partially owned by 3 different organizations. Nintendo being one, Game Freak being one, and there's another company, I think it's Creatures, that is also another company that owns the IP of Pokemon. Correcting my, adding, or I should say, just to correct something from the last video. Now, I just want to add on that they are famous for being very litigious, meaning they will sue at the drop of a dime. If you need to get any further information on that, just look at how quick Nintendo has been to shut things down, DMCA strike videos that put out things that they don't like, and things like that. Palworld is no way this has went under the radar for Nintendo or Game Freak, and there's no way that they don't know about this. It is what it is. This game, first and foremost, people are going nuts about the designs of the creatures. For the most part, yeah, they clearly were inspired by, and some could even say some of the designs were, well, I would say mostly, it is clear that they were inspired by Pokemon or Digimon or whatever, but more clearly Pokemon. And that's though about where it ends. There's no, and maybe capturing them using balls. But the Pokeball design and the Pal Ball design are definitely nowhere near the same, aside from the fact that they're balls that you put monsters in. And no, I'm not going to stop saying balls. So let's just put this in perspective. That's where the game similarities end. Now, for those of you out there with the animal violence, I just need to remind you that Pokemon itself is a cartoonized and version of cockfighting, which I'm not even making that up. That's a thing. You can look it up. Or dog fighting, or whatever you want to call it. In most countries, or first world countries, these are illegal activities, but you can find this pretty much around the world, anywhere. It's just people will get 2 roosters or cocks together and they will fight them to the death. So yes, Pokemon. Before everybody gets oh Pokemon, they fight till they're knocked out. It's based off of cockfighting. Ash Ketchum is no difference than a guy who owns chickens and uses them to fight. So there, that's the. I'm gonna simplify that for you. I'm gonna. I'm sorry if I'm not really sorry if I ruined your childhood. It doesn't matter. That's legitimately what it is. Anybody saying animal cruelty should literally also be saying the same thing for Pokemon. So that's just a made up argument. The other thing that's made up is that, oh, it steals things from. No, because the similarities in it, maybe some of the character designs. The rest of this is clearly inspired by games like Ark. The building is definitely modeled after the building system in Rust, from how you build it, how the levels up from wood to stone to metal. I mean, that literally follows the exact Rust structure, including the circle build menu where you can, where it's a circular menu and you build things off of that. I mean, it's a good combination, and you know what? For this game, it works. It's a cute game. It's well designed. Like, yes, there are bugs, but here's unlike when Nintendo puts out a Pokemon game. Unlike that, which is usually a buggy mess, while there were some bugs and issues that were found in the game, they've been the developer Pocket Pair has been pretty quick to respond to and fix and patch and work at fixing the game because they're not a scam. It's not a scam. If you wanted to get mad at a game for being a scam, Days Gone or the day before, literally, was one of those games which was legitimately bullshit and never was anything that it promised to be. This this is not. There's no lawsuits. Nintendo would have sued already. Believe me. There are plenty of actual lawyers who've looked at this and said, "Yeah, that's no. It's not a thing. You just want it to be a thing because you're mad. I get it, but just because you're mad doesn't make you right." And because the AI thing, people saying, "Oh, it's AI," there's been no evidence found of AI. You're just reaching because you don't like the fact that the CEO wants, is a fan of AI. Okay, and I'll just remind you that you're all hypocrites that are saying this because I know a lot of people that are saying this are big fans of Final Fantasy, and they're just chomping at the bit to suck the dick of Square Enix to play Final Fantasy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and to continue to play Final Fantasy XIV. I have no problem with those games. I have no problem with Square Enix, but the CEO of Square Enix is more active in promoting AI, has even released a New Year's letter that says how much they're going to be using AI, investing in it, and doubling and tripling down on it. So if you're going to be mad at this and say, "Oh, if you're going to do this, I'm going to pass judgment on you," point that mirror, point at yourself. You're a hypocrite, you're a liar, and you're gaslighting people and yourselves. So stop. It's a bullshit argument. Nobody's going to really believe you. You're just being vocal for the sake of having an opinion and throwing it out. And the best part of these people is that they'll make these posts on social media, on Twitter, and then they'll immediately lock their posts so nobody can preach the truth to them, because God forbid somebody says something back to them. Oh my God, they're going to get all, "Oh, I can't dig. My ego's too delicate. How dare you disagree with me?" Bullshit. Who cares? It's the bottom line is Palworld is a game that people were waiting for. A game that has Pokemon-like creatures that shock functions on release. That isn't a disaster, buggy, stuttering mess that people can't stream. People have been playing it. People have been having fun with it. It's okay to let people like things. If you don't like the game, that's fine. You don't have to play it. But if you're going to start doing this shit and passing judgment on people that play it, if you're one of those people that's going to be out there and saying, "Hey, if you play this, I'm not going to respect you anymore," then maybe you're not worth having around in somebody's lives. Maybe you're not worth being a friend with if you're going to get angry at one of your friends or some of your friends for playing the game. Maybe you're the one that's just being a waste of time and should get over yourself and just realize that games are meant to be fun. And for a majority of people out there, like, I'll say this, a majority of people that are going to play this game are people that go to work 9 to 5, that come home, that just want to relax. They just want to play a game for a little bit, and they're going to come home. They're going to play the game. They don't care about any of the politics going on. This is a game that's out there. It's hugely popular right now. How long that will last will depend entirely on how Pocket Pair decides to continue to support this game, what changes they make, what additions they make. That's going to be on them to continue to support this. Regardless, the game is going to be, regardless of whether you like the game or not, it is a critical and financial and pretty much, unmissable success. And Pocket Pair is now going to have all the money it wants to develop what other games it decides to publish. I hope that they stick supporting Palworld. I believe that they probably will, and that's going to be it. And I want to remind you one thing. Here's a little bit of something else, and we're going to drag just another game into it for the mix, because I would like to remind everybody how much people were up in arms against MiHoYo for Hoyoverse for developing Genshin Impact. It was a clear ripoff, an infringement on Zelda Breath of the Wild. It was clearly going to do it again. I'm going to remind you all, and I'm going to point something out. Genshin Impact looks better than Breath of the Wild does, color-wise, soundtrack-wise. It has a better soundtrack, and it has a much more broad and outreaching story. I don't hate Zelda by any stretch of the imagination, but Nintendo does not do a lot. If you want my honest opinion, Tears of the Kingdom is what Breath of the Wild should have been, because Tears of the Kingdom was a much better designed game that has more potential to be successful for far longer than Breath of the Wild does, because it adds in other systems that people have wanted. Okay, and before anybody says, well, what about Craftopia? Craftopia came out before Tears of the Kingdom, had the crafting in it beforehand, which, yes, was also put out by Pocket Pair, and it was a fun game for the few people that played it. Palworld is a critical success now. People are looking for reasons to hate this. And I would remind most people that it is a very vocal minority of people amongst gaming who are doing this. People who have nothing better to do than be chronically online and to make things about this. I'm just going to capitalize on this because you know what? I'll be honest with you. My last video did pretty well for my channel. And I see some more stuff going on that it makes me laugh. And I just wanted to make this. The one thing I'm going to address here that is serious is that the designers of the game, people at Pocket Pair, have received death threats over this game, and that is unacceptable. In any situation, the people that are issuing death threats, you have mental issues. I'm going to say that legitimately, if you're sending death threats to people over a video game, seek professional help. I'm not even saying that to be funny, to be rude, to be sarcastic. I'm saying that because it's the truth. You are unhinged. There's something wrong. You need to seek therapy, because there is nothing short of somebody actually physically threatening you that should ever cause a reaction like that. Please stop doing this. This happens to every video game developer. And I will tell you that one of the biggest complaints that the developers have is how hostile that certain gamers are, and I will call them entitled gamers too, are towards them, where they feel that it's okay to send rude, threatening, and toxic messages to devs of games because you don't like something. You need to seek help. You have a mental health issue that makes you potentially dangerous to not just society but also to yourselves. That's all I got to say on that subject. Don't do that. That's messed up. Now, if you want my honest opinion on Palworld, it's a fun game. I've been enjoying playing it. I look forward to logging into to getting on my game, playing through it, and having fun. Will I stream it? I'll be honest with you, no, because the whole server is full of people. All of Twitch is full of people streaming Palworld. I'm not a huge creator yet, plan to be, but the fact of the matter is, like you, I would rather watch an Iron Mouse or a Dat Mods or Asmongold play Palworld than if I'm on, because if I'm on, you're going to see maybe one or two people. Realistically, maybe up to 10 people in my chat, and we'll be hanging out and we'll be chatting. And if that's what you want, cool. If you want me to stream this game, just tell me, and I'll stream it, no problem. Diablo 4 season came out. There's another game that I know people love to hate on. Season 3 just came out today. I'm going to be updating my Diablo 4 installation and then probably playing that. I will probably stream that later because I got my start out playing Diablo 4. I've been playing Minecraft on my own. I've been trying to build up my own mod pack to see, to customize things using Modrinth, the Modrinth app. Uh, and as I do that, I probably will stream some Minecraft. I've been playing. Listen. I like MMOs. I still play Final Fantasy 14. I still play World of Warcraft. I've been playing Guild Wars 2, and I have Elder Scrolls Online. Yes, look, don't judge me. I know I have a problem. Okay, it's fair, but it's not a problem unless it becomes a problem, and it's not really a problem. I can stop anytime I want. I swear. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you for stopping over and checking out this video. I do hope the audio quality is better on this one than the last one. And for those of you that took your time to comment on the video, understand this. I'm doing my best to get in touch with y'all. If you want to have some Discord, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to respond. And I try to read everything that goes through. There's not a lot. It's like it doesn't take a lot of time. I know there's not a lot of comments on it. But if you're enjoying the videos, please check back. I'm going to be putting out videos. This will probably be the last Palworld video unless something else crazy happens that I feel like I just want to address. But I'm going to say it. The game is fun. It is definitely the so far the first hit of 2024 in terms of video game launches. If you are at all interested in it, I recommend you getting the game, and I believe it's still like $27 as opposed to $40. So yeah, check it out. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, if you're at all concerned about AI art and stuff, go out and support your artists out there, commission them, share their social media, and get it out there. If the best way you can want to do it to support people is hire voice actors, real voice actors, and hire artists. I'm not a big fan of that, but I realize that the valuable tool that AI could be if used right. You all know what I mean. It just has to be used right. That's all. That being said, my name is Captain Mel. I'm on my character Sherelynn, and I will see you guys soon. Stay well, stay safe, and have fun. All right, catch you soon.